The Prime Minister's refused to bow to Labor's demand to affront the Parliament to clarify comments he made as the fight over the Angus Taylor probe continues. Let's go live now to political reporter Trudy McIntosh, who's here at Parliament House with us. Trudy, the Angus Taylor saga absolutely dominating the political agenda for today.
That's right. Labor's not giving up on this. They're continuing to put the blowtorch on the Prime Minister over his handling of this Angus Taylor scandal. Over the past few hours here and at the start of Parliament today, Labor making a big show of this in the House, attempting to make the Prime Minister clarify comments to the chamber. That was not something they were able to succeed with. But we did see the Prime Minister walking out of the chamber alongside his Emissions Reduction Minister, Angus Taylor, a show of solidarity after what has been a week of intense scrutiny over the handling of these forged documents that is now being looked at by the New South Wales Police Force. But today, as I said, they've been trying to make the Prime Minister clarify these comments that he made yesterday regarding when he tried to turn the tables on Labor and talk about Julia Gillard and a police investigation. Here was some of that in the House this morning.
In attempting to defend a minister who has deliberately misled the Parliament, the Prime Minister misled the Parliament himself. The Prime Minister has refused repeated calls from the Leader of the Opposition to attend the House at 9:30 a.m. today to correct the record.
On indulgence, the Prime Minister was paired out last evening for a personal matter. You noted that whilst it's not usual, a letter could be tabled providing the clarification.
Labor didn't get their way in terms of forcing the Prime Minister to make a statement this morning, but they believe they're onto a winner with this issue and they're going to continue to target the Prime Minister and Angus Taylor as question time gets underway later today here in Canberra, Annalise. But also we heard earlier today from the Deputy Labor leader, Richard Marles, and things are getting a bit personal when it comes to this debate.
Angus Taylor clearly is a half-wit. He is the minister who is, if you like, the slowest wildebeest in the herd, and Prime Ministers have a role to try and sort those issues out. But rather than going in and cleaning it up, what this Prime Minister has done has doubled down on it. He's doubled down on it, he's got himself into the centre of it, and in making that phone call, he's elevated this to an entirely different level.
And Trudy, if we look to the Senate, we can see the government's on the verge of securing backing for its so-called union-busting laws.
That's right, Annalise. The Senate is currently debating as we speak this union-busting legislation, or the Ensuring Integrity Bill, as it's called. It's a way that the government would have the power to deregister rogue unions and officials. They've been in negotiations for some time with members of the crossbench, One Nation and Centre Alliance, most likely the ones to get on board when this goes to a vote finally later this afternoon in Parliament. It's got a long way to go in terms of a debate. Here was a little bit of that debate that we've just seen.
It is critically important that the government's Ensuring Integrity Bill is passed by the Senate this week.
A government whose integrity is in tatters, coming into this chamber and demanding the legislation be passed in the name of ensuring integrity, a bill that is actually about undermining the capacity of working people to organise.
Well, the irony of debating a so-called integrity bill when this government is up to its neck in scandal and muck isn't lost on anyone.
There's still a little way to go, though, Annalise, before we do see the final vote on this Ensuring Integrity Bill. The government would be hopeful that it now has the support of One Nation in terms of their amendments that they have been proposing. But as with all things on the crossbench, you never really know until it goes to the vote whether it is or isn't over the line.
Absolutely. Thank you.